Sure, you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lance. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Travion Williams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets it up past the 35.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
On 2nd down, Cook. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second and 2. On the carry, it's Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Open here, Adam Thielen. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. It's caught. Smith. Second and 8 coming up. A give to Cook out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. On first down, Lance. It's caught on the right side, Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. On second down, it's Sermon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second and 8. Play action. Now it's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just...
And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On 2nd and 12, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
3rd and long for Cousins. In trouble, and he's taken down. Eric Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Pettis. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7 though on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Lance now on 1st down.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. The Lance going to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. With a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Cousins.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's worked. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trevion Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now they'll throw with Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Cousins on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Back to throw. Lance. And this is caught by Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Lance. The quick slant caught. And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Back to throw. Lance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They go play action. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. Draw play. Cousins to Cook. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sermon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. From the gun, Lance. Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, we saw him score on the ground earlier in the ball game. This time, the defense says not so fast.
Yeah, that's good scouting and good awareness, isn't it? Because you always have to be wary of him keeping it himself, especially in this part of the field. Because if he doesn't like what he sees, you know he'll take off and try and go for it himself.
Open man right side is Ingram. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. The quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Quick throw complete to Hurd.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Niners on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Lance got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And, oh, boy, something you certainly don't want to see. Deebo Samuel still down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Lance. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, 49ers. From 6 yards away. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got the fantastic work they've accomplished in this one.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A first down throw for Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Eric Armstead has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And that will be incomplete as well.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. That is caught by Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. First down. Here's Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. Finds his tight end Ingram. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners,